What if you've been scripting, visualizing, and doing everything you can to make a new reality happen but are still stuck? It's not your fault. Most of us have been taught to create in a way that is deeply flawed. This flaw is so subtle that it has kept many beautiful souls, like you, stuck in a cycle of never-ending waiting. The change you want seems just as far away now as it did months or even years ago, no matter how much you hope, write, or visualize it. It's not that manifestation is fake that hurts the most. It's that it really does work. You've been told to use it slowly, though. It's not that you wanted to. It's because most ideas about manifestation are based on a story that sounds true, but keeps you from your power. The moral of that story is that if you work hard enough, think about what you want, focus on it, and say it over and over, the universe will give it to you in the end. Doesn't it feel good? You feel like you're doing something. But there is a dangerous assumption in that story, an idea that quietly programs your heart, mind, and nervous system to deal with distance, delay, and struggle. Set your intention to connect with this new frequency before we go any further. A signal to the field that you are ready to stop waiting and start collapsing. Subscribing to this channel is more than just a click. Turn on that signal right now. It's a simple idea. What I want is not here. We are taught to think that what we want is in the future, and that we are in the present. And we have to work, wait, earn, or picture it in our minds to get there. You have already collapsed into a reality where your desire is not present as soon as you think of it as something separate from you that needs to come to you. The universe just heard you say, "I am the one who does not have this." You make the gap bigger. You agree with "not yet." And when you do that, you start to vibrate at the frequency of its absence without realizing it. As this truth sinks in, if you feel a pull to share this message, do so. That's your resonance telling you to send out this frequency. You will make this field stronger for everyone who is ready to receive it, not just yourself. This is the real reason why it seems like manifestation takes so long. Real life isn't being stubborn, and you're not being tested. It's that you are always, perfectly, and powerfully energizing the part of you that is still waiting. In this moment, you are aligning with what you want instead of what you have. Say, "I am done with waiting," in the comments below if this speaks to your heart. I'm collapsing time. Let the fact that you are writing this be your first signal to the field that you are no longer delaying things. This is you saying that you are no longer saying "not yet," but instead are stepping into the power of now. But here it is, the truth that changes everything. It's not clear to the quantum field what time is. It only knows about coherence. It's not effort to be coherent. It means to line up. It means that your inside world and outside world are the same. You tell the universe, "This is not yet mine," over and over again as you try to get something. By picturing something far away in the future, your heart and body learn to be ready for its absence right now. This is where the lie becomes more spiritual. Teachers who want to help you will say things like, "Trust divine timing," or "Be patient, it's coming." Time isn't a way to deliver things in quantum reality, though. Time is like a mirror. The frequency you are broadcasting at the moment is all that it shows. Not your hopes, not your dream board. It's not your journal. I only want your now signal. And if your now signal is full of longing, desperation, and anticipation, what you collapse into your reality is more of that energy. There are now more things to look forward to, more reasons to long, and more reasons to wait. This is where the main problem lies. You're not here to look for the truth. This is where you collapse it. And reality collapsing doesn't take a long time. It is something that is happening right now. As you feel this truth, hold on to it. A physical act of coherence is pressing the like button. It can be used to signal, I am here. I am ready to collapse my reality now, and thus consciously agree with the field. It's true that manifestation was never meant to be a method. It was meant to be a way to remember. It's an act of exact frequency, a vibrational identity that is so clear, steady, and unwavering that the universe has no choice but to reflect it back to you right away. When the timeline you want matches up with your inner world, the field has to react. It's not magic. That's how physics works. But most people never get there. That's not because they can't, but because they are stuck in the trap of becoming. They keep going around and around in circles trying to get better, always looking for ways to do things better and secretly thinking that they need to put in a little more spiritual work to finally get where they want to be. And every time they use that energy to make something happen, they bring up the timeline where the shift hasn't happened yet. The frequency at which they vibrate is almost there, almost ready, kind of deserving. That being said, the field doesn't answer almost. Embodiment activates it. Here is the secret that gets rid of the need for almost all techniques for manifesting. You know there is nothing to attract when you fully grasp how the quantum field works. You're not a magnet that draws things to you from far away. You tune things. There is already a frequency that you are locking into because you are a broadcast tower. It's like a radio. All of the stations and songs are already playing everywhere right now. The song you want to hear doesn't have to be your own. You don't need to work for it or wait for it. All you have to do is set your dial to that frequency. Things that match that frequency must show up once you are locked in, not over time, but in the right place. And alignment takes less time than time. This is why manifestation seems unbelievably slow when taught wrong and incredibly fast when embodied right. It does not matter how long you have been doing the work. How clearly you are broadcasting the reality you say you believe in is where the change is. A lot of people want to be magnetic. You really are already. The only thing that remains is to say what frequency you are stabilizing. It will make you feel lack more if it's lack. You'll have more things to struggle against if it's struggle. If it's embodiment, you'll get alignment feedback loops right away. What's really going on? You don't have to get stronger to make things happen faster. You should just stop giving energy to the part of you that thinks it needs time. Time is not what's stopping you from getting what you want. Time is just a way to measure how long it takes for your vibration to stop going against what you want. When there is no longer a contradiction, reality changes. How do I get what I want? Is no longer the real question. Why am I still choosing to believe I have to wait for it? Is the question. When that belief goes away, the speed is amazing. It's not that you're in a hurry, but because reality has nothing else to push against. You're not trying to make it happen anymore. You are the version that has already happened. That moves faster than you can think. If you feel this change from attracting to tuning, make that signal stronger. It's not for an algorithm that you like this video. It's a lively lesson for your own field. It can be used as a click on your dial to lock in the frequency of embodiment. Feel this truth in your body? Say it out loud in the comments. My frequency is my power. This is a conscious reminder that you are not a victim of your situation and that you are not out to get something. As of right now, you are a broadcast tower and you decide what signal to send. We've been taught to think of reality as solid, outside of us, and something that happens to us in a straight line of time and rules. But quantum physics shows you something much more magical and empowering when you feel it in your heart, instead of just reading about it. Things don't happen as planned. The building collapses. To the observer's direct surprise, it collapses. Hello. That is not the version of you that thinks, wishes, or hopes. It reacts to the person who is currently broadcasting a signal that is so coherent and perfectly matched with a certain possibility that the quantum field is forced to organize itself around that frequency. This is how to get to quantum speed. All linear models can't explain it because it gets rid of the process. It skips over time. It breaks down distance. Potential is given shape by it, not by working hard, but by having clear vibrations. You are not living in a reality that is being built slowly, brick by brick. Based on your vibration, it is being chosen right now, over and over. Most people miss this part. Do not wait for the field to get ready. What you see shows that it collapses. In the quantum sense, observation is more than just looking. It's about being. Your timelines are so erratic because of this. You're not just a passenger going along a set path through time. You are the conductor, and time is falling apart around you. There are an infinite number of possibilities, but your now is made up of all of your emotions, core beliefs, and subtle body signals. Many of us still deal with reality as if it were rigid and slow, though. We use phrases like, "I'm working on it," or "it will happen soon." What is really going on? There is a part of us that doesn't have it yet that we are watching. And when we focus on that lack, it stays with us every day. You're not waiting for the truth to sink in. Reality is ready for you to level off your frequency. As soon as it does, the shortcut works. In the quantum field, there is no such thing as far away. As long as there is a coherent observer, everything is just overlapping waveforms of potential that are waiting to be collapsed. The collapse will happen faster if your signal is cleaner. It's not a figure of speech. Through the double-slit experiment, scientists learned that electrons act in different ways when they are being watched or not. When no one is looking at them, they are in a state of superposition, which means they are everywhere at once. But when people look at them, they make a choice. They stay in one shape. Those expectations have an effect on that form. This means that what you anticipate collapses into what you actually receive. This is why most people collapse into their fears. Fear is a strong observer. It has a point. It makes you feel things. It keeps happening. It sends signals through your body that tell the field, "This is who I am. This is the truth." So the field agrees. It collapses risk, delay, and disappointment. Not because the universe is trying to punish you, but because it is perfectly responding to your vibration without any bias. You are not bringing things into your life. You are making certainty happen. The field doesn't do what you want. It does what you know to be true. And the world you live in is based on the emotional frequency that is strongest in your body. This is the quick way. To do that, though, you have to let go of the mental structures that try to control it. As soon as you try to change the field with your mind alone, you introduce interference. You split your signal. It's like you say, "I am abundant," but really mean, "Where is it? Why isn't it here?" And because the field is always true to frequency, it collapses what you are, not what you say. To use this quick fix, you have to be the observer who doesn't look for proof. Being an observer who knows is what you need to do. This is the small but important difference between aligned vision and hopeful projection. There is a need for hopeful projection. It looks out to sea. It asks, when? When vision is aligned, knowing, it feels whole. That's how it feels. It feels like a wish from the future. Peaceful. It's strong. It doesn't want to know when because it's done. Knowing that is what makes the collapse happen. The wave turns into a particle. The potential turns into your real life. The imagined turns into a memory. Now you know why quantum manifestation lasts forever. The universe stops being slow as soon as you leave the logic of time and enter the space of frequency. Instantly, it shows you. It's not because the field is slow if it doesn't feel instant yet. That's because your signal is still not stable. So your job is not to speed up the real world. Your job is to become so clear about your energetic identity and frequency that there is no other way for the field to collapse but the one you've chosen. In this way, reality cuts time short. By following your coherence, not by rewarding your effort. Make that choice now if you are ready to move from hoping to knowing. As a physical reminder of your coherence, use the like button. You should answer yes to the field, which means you're no longer sending a split signal. If this message hits home for you, share your answer in the comments. I am the observer who knows. Let this be your statement that you are done looking for proof from other people. Instead of watching out of fear or lack, you're now watching from a place of deep, grounded certainty inside yourself. You are now pulling the reality of your choice together. Your life would already look just like your vision board if positive thoughts were all that made things happen. You've made it up. You said it again. You've written it 100 times. Still, the changes are small, slow, or just out of reach for a lot of us. This isn't because of something you did wrong. You've been deceived about what really collapses reality. That's why. It's not the thought. It is the frequency that the thought is based on. There is no English in the quantum field. It doesn't understand the words in your affirmations or mantras. Only energetic coherence makes it work. And that coherence comes from one thing: feeling. Not just any emotion, but the one that continues to vibrate in the back of your head, whether or not you are thinking about your dream. In order to speed up manifestation, this is the secret key. The field reacts to your main state, not to what you are trying to do. You can write for 10 minutes every morning about abundance, but if you feel anxious about bills for the rest of the day, the field will reflect that anxiety. In meditation, you can picture a loving partner, but if your nervous system still thinks it will be left behind, the field will reinforce that frequency. This isn't a punishment. It's accuracy. The quantum field is a mirror that is perfect and true. Not what you are asking for, but what you are broadcasting. And what you send out every second is emotional. This is why change happens faster when you can feel it first. Emotions are like gas in a car. Thoughts are like the address you type into the GPS. Without fuel, there would be no trip. There is no signal when there is no voltage. Not a signal, not a collapse. That's not why thinking better is important. To feel more clear. Your body doesn't wait for proof from the outside world. It responds right away to what you tell it inside. And telling your field to feel is the most powerful thing you can do. This is why one real moment of deep gratitude can collapse more reality than weeks of saying the same empty affirmations over and over again. It's for this reason that taking one deep breath in complete trust can open timelines that a year of hard work could never reach. How you feel is the language of collapse. But now comes the part that will change your life. An emotion is not a response. You can choose. Feelings aren't just things that happen when you get what you want. It's exactly what you need to make before it comes. No, not as a show, not to trick the universe, but as a real signal, to make a statement, in the form of the vibrational signature of the self that already has what you want. The person you want to be doesn't just think differently. They live in the reality you want. They have different feelings. They have a calm nervous system. They have an open heart. They stand with confidence. Their frequency stays the same. They felt that way not because the world made them, but because they chose to feel that way first. This is how you get fast. When our emotions are conditional, it takes longer for things to happen. We put our signal after the reality when we say, "I'll feel rich when the money comes in," or "I'll feel loved when the partner shows up." We are telling everything, "I'll know it when I see it." In the quantum field, things work backwards. It states, "I'll show it to you when you feel it." What do I want is not the question. The question is, what feeling fits with that truth? And am I ready to make it now, no conditions? No, this doesn't mean lying. It means being honest on a vibrational level. Changing the way you breathe will help you become more like the peaceful version of yourself. Setting your heart in the right place. You have to move your body with the trust of someone who knows the field. It means to talk as if something is already done. Giving up is not a sign of weakness. That's strength. In the absence of your emotional interference, the field can finally react. This is why it's so easy for people who don't know much about manifestation to make things happen. It's just that they feel safe, open, or ready. Their nervous system is in the right place. Their field is clean. They are not attempting, they're being. And being is the fastest way to make something when it's emotionally coherent. As you connect with this power, charge it up in your body. An act of emotional congruence is liking this video. You are doing something physical to boost the feeling of your desire, which is like adding voltage to your signal right now. If this hits you close to home, say in the comments, "I feel it first," and the field follows. This should be your holy promise to yourself. You are no longer putting conditions on your peace. You are making the emotion before the evidence. Right now, you are choosing the emotion of your future as your main, unwavering state. It's been too long since we treated the body like a passenger in the process of manifestation, just something our mind had to carry around. There's more to your body than that, though. It is the loudest voice in the field. It's the antenna. There it is, the transmitter. Your lack of coherence is shown by what you do, and there isn't a clear enough signal for the field to follow until your body believes what your mind's seeing. Doing everything right, like writing in a journal, visualizing, and making gratitude lists, can make you feel like nothing is changing. The reason for this is that your nervous system is still vibrating the same old story. Your body language still shows that you are waiting. You're still holding your breath out of fear. There is still a slight shake in your voice that says, "I'm not sure." The field only hears what you do, not what you say. It is embodiment that makes the field react faster than any thought. You don't move toward your timeline, which is the version of reality you want to live in. It's a vibrational state that you enter by becoming the version of yourself that already lives there. You don't have that version in your head. It is in your chemistry, in your spine, and in your heartbeat. It's a full-body send, and quickly changes when that broadcast is clean. More quickly than logic. More quickly than strategy. In less time than doubt can argue. Acting is not what embodiment is about, though. You're not faking it until you make it. The feeling lasts until it's real. not outside, but this way, in your cells, in the way you speak, in how you breathe, move, sit, and stand. As soon as your body starts to act like the future is already here, the field starts to shape that version. This is called entrainment. In physics, if you strike one of two tuning forks that are close to each other, the other will start to vibrate at the same frequency, even though it hasn't been touched. It's up to you to be the first tuning fork. If you vibrate with the reality you want, the outside world, which is always listening, will start to change to fit you. This is the trap. In order to feel good, most of us are waiting for the world to let us. We want to feel good about ourselves, but not until the business launch goes well. We want to be loved, but not until someone picks us. We want to be free, but not until we have enough money in the bank. Because of this, our body stays true to the past. Our timeline stays stuck in the past. What's familiar, not what's possible, shows up in our field. When you choose to change the order, the shift happens. Feel it now, and let the outside world follow. Don't be fooled by this. This is the instructions. Every signal you send tells the field what to do, which means that when you choose to calm down and breathe in peace before it actually happens, you are creating a world where peace is the norm. You signal to the field, "This is already true for me," when you open your chest and breathe as if everything is always going to work out for you. Uncertainty collapses when you move with certainty. If you act out of joy, you don't have to worry about when. The end of hope is embodiment. From now on, vibrational integrity will be there. Because it is amazing how quickly reality can change when your actions match what you believe without any contradictions. You no longer need to chase anything. You are aware that the person you were trying so hard for is no longer there. And now that they're gone, there's finally room for the new. That new truth is not in your mind. You have it in your body. Right now, this is your checkpoint. A promise to yourself, not to everyone else. Write this in the comments. My speed is who I am. Say it to remember. A code. A reminder that the energy you choose to embody in this moment is what collapses reality, not your effort, your hours, or your affirmations. As of right now, this is the manifestation. It's already here if you can feel it. We've been taught to think of manifestation as moving forward. It's like we're always trying to reach something out there, something that's not here yet and is waiting to be captured. But in quantum reality, that is not at all what it seems. Your future is not in sight as you walk. Your future is coming together with you. Everything changes after you understand this. You don't have to work hard for your future. It doesn't need your hard work or constant mental practice. It needs your resonance. A vibrational match that is so strong that the time frame you're calling in has no choice but to pull you over to it. It turns into a gravitational field. Not one that you make up, but one that you agree with. You are not ahead of time to the future self who already has everything. You are surrounded by potential in that version. You can feel it as soon as your frequency matches that version. Change. Not in the outside world, but in the center of your own being. You're no longer chasing. You're being pulled. This is the opposite of manifesting. It's not because it goes backward. It's because it flips the idea of control. In this case, it shows you that giving up is faster than pushing through. Not projection, but presence. Not desire, but identity. Think about it. There is already a version of you living in the world you've been working so hard to create. That version walks and breathes differently, and it feels complete and at peace. That version is always sending out a signal to find a match. That signal becomes clear as soon as you stop broadcasting the noise of your fear, lack, and striving. You can feel it, not as an idea, but as a physical push. A strong, quiet current that moves you slowly but surely toward people, places, and choices you could never have imagined. Why then don't most of us feel this pull? This is why we never give up. We are focusing so much on making the future happen that we miss the signal that would kindly lead us there. We fill the emptiness with plans, habits, and constant how-tos. It's not clear to us that when we fill the field with noise, we are actually tying ourselves to the reality we're trying to escape. If you are hooked on the noise of the past, you can't feel the pull of the future. You can't be pulled into your best timeline if you are still connected to the person who feels not ready. I am no longer pushing. Write this in the comments below if you can feel this change from pushing to receiving. Someone is pulling me. Let this be a beautiful act of giving up. This is you letting go of the heavy weight of control and making room for the loving, magnetic intelligence of your future to finally lead you home. Your future's gravitational field starts to move as soon as you choose peace, not danger or even hope, deep, calm peace. It's because peace is a sign of embodiment. In peace, he tells the field, I'm giving up. I am ready to receive. And that is the most magnetic place you can be. This is the strange thing about speeding up. You have to be stiller the faster you want it, since movement doesn't cause collapse. What coherence does. And coherence is a quiet that hums. A knowing that is so deep that it doesn't need to move, chase, or grab. The only thing it does is accept the pull and respond with calm authority. Yes, you will have to make choices that don't make sense to your logical mind a lot of the time. You'll want to stop doing something that made you feel good before. You'll want to rest, talk, move, and say yes to something you can't explain. It's not chaos. This is how you align. You are not following your old tastes, but by resonance. A new rhythm will start to show up. There will be less time. Things will happen more quickly. There will be people who bring you the message you need to hear. Where there used to be walls, paths will now be there. There is no longer any drive in you to reach your goals. You're giving in to its pull. And in that answer, you collapse timelines that would have taken you years to figure out using only strategy and hard work. The frequency of inevitability is this. It's not very loud. It's not exciting. It's subtle, clear, and can't be denied. It's impossible to go back to the old, slow way of trying harder once you feel this level of alignment. For you now know that the moment you give up being the one who is waiting, you become the one who is being chosen by the future. Not because you worked hard for it, but because you matched it. And the future comes faster than you thought possible when you match it. Being ready doesn't mean doing more. It has to do with being less contradictory, better organized in terms of timelines of almost, not as dependent on hope. When those distortions go away, alignment will be what's left. And we can't wait for alignment. The field collapses quickly when you are coherent, which means that your body, breath, and emotions are all telling the same story. But don't think this is the end. The collapse does not mean the end. The doorway is there. It's an identity that collapses, not just a reality, and a whole new world of possibilities opens up, one that needs a different level of awareness to keep up. It's now your job to keep this new frequency stable. We made something precise and purposeful to help you deepen that integration. A message intended to solidify your new identity and direct you toward the physical embodiment of quantum creation. The name of it is Awaken Your Quantum Power. You can think of it as more than just an e-book. It's a frequency guide that has been put together to help you collapse your next timeline with clarity, consistency, and resonance. Scientists and embodiment practitioners work together in this book to help you get used to the new you. Below is a comment that has been pinned. It has the link. Instead of going there to learn more, go there to make the integration of what you already know stronger. You're not beginning a trip. You are adding to a shift that is already happening. Subscribe to this channel to make sure you keep anchoring and stabilizing this new frequency. It's not just for new videos. It's your promise to stay in this field of coherence and keep getting transmissions that support your new identity. Follow the pull if you feel it. It's because the moment of collapse doesn't wait. The part of you that is already living it doesn't either.